Alright guys, yeah, I'm here today with two other guests. Just, yeah.
Do you want me to introduce myself?
Yeah, you can if you want to.
So I'm Mark. Hello people.
I'm L. Taylor.
Don't have to pronounce the second name if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'll give you the full words, then everybody knows where I stand, who I am.
Yeah. I just come talk to you guys today, you know, see what...
We're here to talk about the games we played.
Yeah,
Is
games
that right?
we played.
You want us to talk about the games?
Yeah.
What games did I play?
Played Sonic Heroes,
right.
Did dual commentary with me on that, and Gran Turismo 3 did dual commentary on that. Errol, you did that Burnout Revenge.
Yeah, that's what it was a couple of months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, when you crashed that car.
That's right,
what
I remember
game
that.
Did you play?
What was the game?
It was on the PS2.
That's right.
Burnout dual commentary.
And you was actually training me, wasn't you? Actually showing me
how
it works and
controls.
everything.
Obviously, Errol was a bit new to it.
What sort of game was that?
It's a racing game.
Right.
It's more of a combat racing game.
Right. Did Errol do better on that than I did on Gran Turismo?
I don't know.
You can be honest.
It's pretty close.
Was it?
It's pretty close.
Yeah, because I mean, I was actually a beginner.
Right.
He was actually showing me the joystick, wasn't you?
Yeah, the joystick.
Maneuver.
But the controls, obviously, for Burnout, they were pretty easy to handle, like I said.
It was in the end.
Because it was the arcade nature of just playing a pick-up-play type racing game compared to a simulator game that you got to try and...
Yeah, but you had to shift gears by yourself. You had to shift gears by yourself.
You got very delicate.
Well, no, I didn't actually have that bit because it was like more automatic, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
Off, depending on how far in the game he was getting through on it, I think it was at the time, I remember. But you always did a lot better than me, didn't you? Because I know it was like you was training me, but I reckon if I had a few more goes, I probably would have been up to your standard.
Yeah.
There's a challenge.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, I'll show you guys me and Mark when we did our dual commentary. I think it was part 1. Here it is.
Sonic Heroes. Was it?
Gran Turismo 3.
Gran Turismo 3.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah, you guys, obviously
I had a really bad time playing that game. I thought I was going to be really good at playing that game.
Yeah, but it's one of those games where you just, it's not a pick up and play. It's sort of it's like trying to learn a musical instrument. Like you're trying to learn, like a musical instrument. Yeah. Trying to get used to the chords and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's trying to look. Whereas Burnout Revenge, it's just sort of Call of Duty style racing, isn't it?
Right. Well, I haven't played Burnout, so it's interesting to sort of try that out. What I remember of Gran Turismo was that it was difficult to play. I struggled to play it, which I was surprised about.
What do you reckon, Mark? Do you think I would find it difficult to play?
I think anyone would find it difficult to play.
Well, to be honest, when I first played the game, it was pretty difficult because the controls are not just like, you can turn the car and fling it around the corner. It doesn't work like that.
Do you know what I find really
strange? A lot
of
of mechanics and complex.
When you're playing games like that, because I know that you shift gears with buttons, and that's what I find really, really difficult. Because we drive, and we don't shift gears with buttons. And in a car, you would go first gear, second gear,
third gear, fourth gear.
And in this game, it doesn't work like that. You're either just going up. It's like you're paddle shifting. Really, really strange and hard to get used to. I enjoyed the game because after it finished, I did the grind for a bit, didn't I? On the license, and I sort of worked out.
We were on the hunt for
gold.
Well, I wouldn't say gold, but bronze. Trying to complete license A, so I could mainly me and Mark or whatever. If I'm playing, if you play in the future for Gran Turismo, we do the amateur league. Mainly. Well, near the beginning of amateur league, but mainly after that, if you do that, you'd be able to do most of the beginner leagues events as well.
Do you think?
Yeah.
There's a question for you.
Yeah.
How many games in total, different games you've got in total, which you would like us to be playing? What would sort of put you, educators in a way that we could sort of be up to a standard?
Yeah, well, I got quite a few games. I mean, I got multiple, several games.
What are your favourite games then?
What are my favourite games?
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a question, but I do like, for a racing game, I do like Burnout Revenge, but at the same time, I like Gran Turismo 3 for its, I don't know, it's just...
It's a technical game.
Yeah, it's a technical game, but it's just one of those games where the driving in it's just more in depth.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
You've got to be really focused, haven't you? Actually, as a tunnel vision.
And I think when you're going around a hairpin at 40 miles per hour with no slicks on in a car that's hard to handle is more satisfying than turning the corner and going to finish.
Right. Okay. Cool. So what else? What other games do you enjoy playing? What say sort of first-person shooters? Do you like any of those?
I've played Call of Duty, but like it's one of those. I mean, I've played a lot of that. I'm not mediocre as Call of Duty, but I've played Call of Duty 2 for the PS2. Right. That was back then when Call of Duty, like Activision, actually had ideas.
Right. What do you mean?
Well, it's just that now that with Black Ops 3 coming out,
right.
You know, Activision. I don't know. They're just becoming one of those companies where it's all cash-ins, like. They're just doing it for the money.
Do you recognise
before
that?
It was all heart, all passion.
Do you recognise that?
I think they've lost that.
Do you recognise that in the gameplay then? Is that something that's evident?
Yeah, with the newer Call of Duty games, with the older ones, they actually had depth to them. Like they were proper built-up games.
Do you think these new ones are just
not tack-ons?
Just banged out for the money?
Yeah.
Is that what?
Right.
Another question I want to ask you: in the near future, what games would you introduce us to? What you think is a game that we need to know?
I don't know. I'll probably maybe want to get you guys to play Metal Gear Solid 3 Snooki at some time. But before we do that, it's kind of a complicated game of itself. So I'll probably let you guys play a few fighting games first.
Right.
Because like it's a bit like a fighting game and it's all like a action game shooting.
I remember playing Metal Gear Solid, the first one on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Years ago. That was a long time ago. I was 17. You might not have even been born then. Jeez. That's a long time ago. I enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
But they take time to learn, don't they?
Yeah. And obviously now on to the Sonic Heroes dual commentary. Like when we were at the beginning, I said to you like, "Hey Mark, just did the tutorial." I know it was pretty hard, and I just and
you've never played a game that just completely boggled my mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely boggled my mind. The controls was. The game was just complicated to play. You're playing with 3 characters at once, and you've got to flip them for the right person for the right part of the game.
Do you think they should have to get introduced to that game? Like there's supposed to be like different steps to sort of get you up to that standard before you actually play the game.
Yeah, that would be really, really helpful. Is that in the game?
The tutorials.
Right, yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, do you mean the controls? Yeah, there is controls on them. I can probably show you one next time.
Well, I wonder if there's like a sort of a build-up to that. So you have like the very first Sonic that was on Sega Mega Drive, you play that, and you work with the other Sonics. Do they build you into that very complicated game? Does it just go from simple Sonic straight to
more complex?
Yeah.
Built upon.
Yeah. So do the games get built on in time?
Well, I don't know. Some games like to go back to basics. If I'm being honest, but most of the time, fishing games like put like density.
But I think that's the bit that perhaps I'm missing because I haven't played those games for a long time, and I know that platform games have become quite complicated.
Yeah, but that's I think that's what the games have lost. Some of the games have lost nowadays in the sands of time is just that they've lost their ability to the simplicity.
Yeah.
That they're just elegant, uncomplicated design.
Yeah.
Controls wise.
Yeah, sure.
And it's just like
So what? So
apparently, with more complicated games, better.
You know, like how you into so much different games. Yeah. I mean, what did attract you from the beginning to say, yeah, this is me for me to play?
Well, when I think I was 5 or something. I was at the PS2. I think my dad bought me. I don't know if you two guys know about this game, but it's quite a big game, quirky games. But my dad got me a game called Soul Damage Overdrive for the PS2.
Never heard of that.
It's a cartoon, race around, shoot 'em up, beat 'em up. Well, I won't say beat 'em up, but shoot 'em up. You go around in different vehicles and they get different weapons and like blow up vehicles and whatnot. It's quite.
Never heard of that one.
It's a cartoonish type game. It's pretty fun. That's what got me into it.
Have you still got it?
No, because I kind of sold it in the PS2 one time when my PS2 died and whatnot. But I'm thinking about maybe next time when I see it in the shop, I might get myself Soul Damage Overdrive again just for the nostalgia.
Do you know there was a game that I used to play on the PlayStation years ago, and I loved this game. It was Street Fighter Alpha plus EX.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fantastic. So the original Street Fighter was flat graphics, wasn't it? So you had like Ryu and Ken, and there were flat graphics, whereas this one was sort of 3D block graphics.
Well, it was either punch or kick. Simple as that.
Street Fighter Alpha plus EX was the most immense game in the world. I wore a hole in my thumb one summer, playing in my bedroom, playing this game. If I ever saw that game on a shelf, I would buy it. In fact, I've been looking for it for years. cool, but I just never got around to getting.
You think there's games what were back in the day?
Yeah.
There's similarity to games today. What got like encouragement from like in the past to the present day?
That's a good question. I think PS2 games. I mean, it is all at the very beginning. It all starts off simple, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
All games over time they get slightly more complicated, but sometimes more complicated than others. Sometimes people go back to basics, you know what I mean? But I've played like Gran Turismo 3 when I was younger, obviously, and that was a pretty fun game. And then Gran Turismo 4 came out, and there was more cars. Yeah. And I was thinking, they've gone from 350 cars to 700 plus cars, and I'm thinking, do they really need that many cars? I mean, and plus, like I noticed some of the cars in the game were what's the word? Ghosted. Well, not ghosted. What's the word? You know, when it's copies.
Right.
Yeah, carbon copies. Gran Turismo 5 even done that as well, but
is that because they can't get the license from the real manufacturer to have?
Oh, they get the licenses.
Right.
In fact, Gran Turismo 5 probably got most of the licenses, but the only thing, the only car manufacturer apparently can't get a license from is Porsche, because Need for Speed, the company by EA bought that, so like you're taking that, you're not getting the Porsche license.
So do they have a ghost version of Porsche on?
Well, no, they don't have they don't have Porsches in Gran Turismo 3, but apparently I've seen on the internet that if you get a code for Gran Turismo 3, you can get a Porsche 911 like to unlock. It's like it's all hidden in the game's coding or something. But
do you go for all that? I mean, because I haven't played games for a long time. Do you go for all the cheats and stuff if there are cheats to be had?
Well, I used to, but I don't anymore. I'm a gamer that likes to play fair.
Right.
I like to
You're quite competitive as well, aren't you? I've noticed that in the way I played with you previously in the game, that there's that I've got to step up to your standard if I'm going to be noticing the way that that I can play this game. If not, then I've got a lot of catching up to do in the way that there's knowledge for me to sort of pick up on and be up to that standard. Did
you not take it easy on your own?
Well, I was thrown in the deep end to try and figure everything out. That's what I did notice about it.
But yeah, sorry I was cut you off and whatnot. But thanks guys for watching. For next time, maybe next time we'll do another thoughts and suggestions video. Hashtag number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's our thoughts and suggestions video game so far. But until then, the Hot Shot Central signing out, and obviously.
Thanks, Connor. Thank you.
Thanks, Connor. My name's Errol.
Yeah, and until then, guys, take care. Peace.